Regittko. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, where I'm the student body president at my high school, and I also serve as the youth chair at Raleigh's LGBT Center. As queer people, we've all experienced hate from others for who we are. As a non-binary high schooler, I certainly have. Unfortunately, right now, after years of progress, it's getting worse. Students from many marginalized communities today are experiencing greater fear, anxiety, and bullying. Right now, our world desperately needs more self-love and acceptance. When we practice self-love in our community, it does wonders to heal and uplift others and the world around us. I also know what it's like to hold identities from different communities within my own. As a bisexual raised by a Black woman, I've had to examine the privilege afforded to me for how I look when others, people in my own family, are oppressed for the way they look. Maybe that's why what I want to do the most is share the love. And that's also why I have such love for this year's GSA of the Year honorees, and I'm so inspired by the story of the transformation at their school. Faced with unspeakable tragedy, this school community did the hard work to change, and amazing student leaders are now showing up with love day in and day out. To help introduce the GSA of the Year honorees, please welcome Kerry Butler and Cheech Manohar.
Good evening, Glisten Respect Awards guests. I'm Kerry Butler, and I use the pronouns she, her.
And I'm Cheech Manohar, and I use he, him pronouns.
We are so glad to be here tonight representing the cast of Mean Girls on Broadway. On the surface, it's the story of the Plastics, a group of girls at school who torment their peers. But there is much more to it than that.
The show is actually about inclusion, learning to respect one another and embracing who you truly are.
And that is why it is so great to be here at the GLSEN Respect Awards, which celebrate people who make inclusion and respect a reality in our K-12 schools, so many of them students themselves. Each year, hundreds of thousands of youth in K-12 schools take part in GLSEN programs that engage them directly in efforts to make our schools and the world better. GLSEN also works with GSA student clubs led by LGBTQ and allied youth in more than 6,500 schools. Schools like E.O. Green Junior High.
E.O. Green serves 6th through 8th graders in Oxnard, California. 10 years ago, the E.O. Green community was devastated when 15-year-old student Larry King, who often went by Letitia, was murdered in their classroom by a fellow student. King was killed for having asked a male classmate to be their Valentine.
This tragedy and its aftermath revealed profound unmet needs for LGBTQ students and deep challenges for the school community as a whole. The hard work of healing and transformation began.
A decade later, E.O. Green has a thriving student-led GSA club called Prism, devoted to creating a safe, diverse, and inclusive school community for all students. Over the past 18 months, a remarkable group of student leaders have taken the lead on creating the next chapter of progress toward that ultimate goal, a vibrant, welcoming school where students of all genders and all sexualities can feel safe, engage with one another as their true selves, and reach their full potential.
Please join us in welcoming to the stage the amazing student leaders of Prism from E.O. Green Junior High School to accept the 2018 GSA of the Year Award.
Good evening, Glisten. I'm I'm Taylor Perez, and I'm Prism's president at E.O. Green Junior High School. I use he, him, and they pronouns. I'm proud to lead a club devoted to creating a safe, diverse, and inclusive community for students, parents, allies, and community members of all genders, sexualities in the E.O. Green Junior High School family. The tragic history of what happened to Larry or Letitia King will never be forgotten. But it also inspires the queer students and their allies at E.O. Green to make sure that it never happens again. We have focused on changing the culture at our school to be welcoming and accepting.
Well said, Taylor. I'm Sierra Blazer, and I use she, her, and hers pronouns. We're here tonight with classmates Valeria Rodriguez and Nathan Nunez. We're also here with our awesome club advisors, Olivia Stroman and Joseph Harrington. Our amazing principal, Heidi Haynes. And our outstanding superintendent, Dr. Christine Walker. In the 16 months since we have started Prism, we've held weekly club meetings and initiated on-campus events such as Glisten's No Name Calling Week, the Day of Silence, Kindness Week, California Teachers Association Day of Action, AIDS Life Cycle, and Rainbow Hornets Day in memory of Larry or Letitia King. We also work to support trans and gender non-conforming students. And just last year, a trans student was able to begin using the locker room consistent with their gender identity for the first time. Our school has become a very different place than it was 10 years ago.
We've only gotten to that place by creating an atmosphere of respect and inclusivity at Green. When you have disagreements with others, I personally find it best not to fight, but to talk instead. Let people speak, respect their ideals, and they will respect yours.
If we make the choice to give the people a voice, the world can work towards being a better place. Thank you.